The speed of the spread of COVID-19 has been one of the most astonishing things about it. It's no surprise then that it should affect celebrity culture just like every other industry because, unfortunately, Hollywood is not an essential need. For many entertainers, the coronavirus pandemic abruptly turned the spotlight off, and some are struggling to remain relevant in a society where values have changed. So how are celebrities handling the pandemic? Specifically, why is Dove Cameron struggling with life during quarantine? We will answer that shortly, but before we begin, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification to stay up to date on all your favorite celebrities. By this time, many people have already accepted that things may not be the same for a while. Cities are going on lockdown, bars and restaurants have shuttered in-house dining, movie theaters are closed, airlines are seeing huge dips in travel, sports leagues are canceling their seasons, weddings are being canceled, celebrities are breaking up. We have no idea how breakups are related to the pandemic, but it is happening and it's super alarming. Of course, we have to protect one another, avoid voluntary gatherings, and stay at least 6 feet apart. But there's a reason to be concerned for our mental health. Studies have shown that self-isolation is gradually contributing to mental health issues, especially for those who have a history. Those with anxiety may feel particularly vulnerable as the world seems to be entering uncertain times. Those with depression may also be vulnerable while physically distancing. Dove Cameron has spoken about her mental health and her struggles in the past, and even though she has been working on her mental health, the current situation is not making anything easier. Cameron has always used her Twitter to talk about important issues that not only she has faced, but a lot of kids have also experienced. One of her Twitter followers asked if she suffered from anxiety, and as usual, Cameron was very candid with her answer. As fans know, the 24-year-old's dad, Philip Hosterman, passed away when she was 15 years old. Dove also spoke about the struggles of growing up famous, and recently she also talked about going to therapy. Struggling to maintain that squeaky clean image created an amount of pressure for her due to the incredible toxic celebrity culture that seemingly demands stars to be perfect, especially young women. Some of the most devastating moments of her youth included when a group of girls locked her in a janitor's closet and when other students would attempt to trip her as she walked down the hallways. One time, another girl at school purposefully spilled a drink on a dress Dove Cameron had crafted. The most jarring experience, however, was when a group of girls bought razors to shave their legs for a school trip, but instead of shaving their legs, they threw the razors at Dove and told her to kill herself. While she's in a much better place these days, she has admitted to feeling down about her appearance in the past. She revealed that although she saw makeup as something fun to experiment with, Cameron also used the products to cover up how she really felt about herself. Thankfully, Cameron learned to appreciate herself and she made peace with her insecurity as she got older. Most recently, fans were pretty worried about Dove Cameron when she posted a photo of herself crying to Instagram and admitted that she's been feeling pretty sad for a while. She added, "If you're sad, remember you're not alone. Everyone is human. Objectifying others and ourselves is so deep in our current culture, we forget that no matter what it looks like and what we think we don't know what someone is going through. We all hurt. Let's help each other heal." Even though she didn't talk about the specifics, her followers were quick to flood the comment section with messages of support. Well, as difficult as things are, the blonde beauty explained that everything has made her a lot stronger in the end. Dove has shared a lot about dealing with anxiety, especially during quarantine on her social media accounts. She has been providing tips to people who may find it difficult to cope with isolation. As much as Dove expressed earlier that she was feeling sad and went dark on Instagram for a few days, the star came back to use her platform to echo the messages of organizations like the CDC and the WHO. She wrote, "It is everyone's responsibility to stay home and participate in social distancing, even if you don't feel at risk, feel you will be less affected. Remember, you can be a carrier with hardly any symptoms. Please help stop the spread of this illness with discipline and empathy, and stay home. The best way to stop the spread is to behave like you already have it." And in my next post, I'll talk about healthy quarantine, home experiences, activities we can all do together to make it more bearable. Dove says in her interviews that her dark childhood makes her understand what truly matters in adulthood. Recently, she's been taking part in interviews, and she always seems to emphasize one thing: self-care. She said, "For me, self-care right now is trauma work, writing, FaceTime therapy, daily talks with myself about the acceptance of my life and my current state, attempting to stay physically healthy and not let my depression and anxiety win, and practicing patience, getting out of shape and being okay with that, being on my phone all day when I wanted to spend time reading and baking, and being okay with that, and trying again tomorrow." Dove also recently spilled all of her skincare secrets, showing fans how she maintains such a glowing and healthy complexion while staying at home. In a video with Vogue, she also broke down her everyday makeup routine. She is taking care of herself and trying to be a better version of herself. She added that to heal, she must face all the painful past and fight the fight that is fighting for years in her mind. Fortunately, she's not stuck at home alone since she's quarantining with the love of her life. During an interview with People, the Disney Channel starlet opened up about quarantining with her boyfriend. As it turned out, just before the stay-inside order went into effect in California, the couple downsized and moved into a smaller home. Dove revealed that they both thought with their filming schedules and busy lives, they wouldn't be spending a lot of time in the apartment, but all that has obviously since changed. Although they're stuck inside together during the current coronavirus pandemic, Dove Cameron said that she still needs space from boyfriend Thomas Dougherty during this period of self-isolation. However, they are also making the best of the time they have together. While Dove is not totally new to TikTok, Thomas decided to finally join her in a fun video that had them recreate an iconic Keeping Up with the Kardashians moment. Dove pretended to be Kourtney Kardashian while Thomas acted like Scott. Dove Cameron also revealed that one thing which is making her sane during this period is her music. She's been dishing on her new music and how it's different from her Disney Channel days. What fans have realized is that most of her songs so far are dark, and that has raised a couple of questions. In a recent interview, Dove Cameron opened up about her music being darker than we would expect it to be. She said, "Nobody ever believes me when I say this, so I always say this kind of defeated, but I am like a dark person. I always have been. And I just ended up with a career path that was very shiny. So it is a conscious decision to release darker, more moody music. But it's not to break away from anything as much as it is to express who I've always been." Dove Cameron may also be struggling because at the moment, most productions are on halt. Since she's currently not working, she's probably not earning as much as she used to. Just before she was forced to self-isolate, Dove was in the middle of filming Isaac. The upcoming movie also stars RJ Mitt and is all about a boy named Isaac who meets a waitress named Cassie one night at a diner. The pair set out to commit a revenge murder together in the name of love. She was also in the middle of filming another project, but she's not allowed to talk about the other project yet. In other news, Disney is reportedly making a live-action remake of the animated movie Tangled, and fans are already coming up with a prospective cast list for the House of Mouse. Her Disney days may be behind her, but Dove Cameron took to Twitter to let everyone know that she's totally down to star as the long-haired princess in the upcoming movie. So far, people would love to see her play Rapunzel, and the other person fans are hoping will get the role is Lily Reinhart. As we know, Tangled came out in 2010, and it starred Mandy Moore, Zachary Levi, and more. It put a modern twist on the classic story of Rapunzel, and everyone was living for it. There's no word just yet if the new live-action movie will follow the same storyline as Tangled, or if it'll take a new approach to the classic fairy tale. Dove Cameron's name was also being tossed around for the film version of Wicked. Maybe it's the project she's not allowed to talk about yet. She may not be actively working, but her previous works are still being recognized. The 24-year-old actress and singer won her first ever Kids' Choice Award at the 2020 Kids' Choice Awards Celebrate Together. Dove won the Favorite Movie Actress Award for her role as Mal in Descendants 3. Angelina Jolie was nominated for her role as Maleficent, who coincidentally is the mother to Dove's Mal. Dove said that she would have voted for Angelina Jolie, but she was also more than honored to receive the award. In the world of entertainment, it's not just Dove who is struggling to cope. During a recent Instagram Live with model Sharam Denise, Gabrielle said that a lot of black entertainers and influencers are struggling to pay bills as they're getting less work during the coronavirus crisis. She went on to say that a lot of influencers who post about their seemingly lavish lifestyles may not be as wealthy as they seem. The comments received some backlash from people on social media who interpreted it as Gabrielle complaining about rich people not making as much money as before. Well, celebrities all over the world are struggling, but according to most fans, their level of struggle is not the same. Madonna, who last year was worth $570 million according to Forbes, came under fire for posting videos in which she said she's starting to ration food and is having problems sleeping. J.Lo was also slammed for posting a video on Twitter of her family socially isolating at Alex Rodriguez's 12,000 square foot Miami estate, which has a pool and an indoor basketball court. Billionaire David Geffen has also been slammed for flaunting a photo of his time in quarantine from aboard his multi-million-dollar yacht. Geffen posted photos on Instagram showing how he is social distancing on the rising sun. Let's not forget Ellen DeGeneres, who said that she felt like she was in prison while in her mansion. In London, Sam Smith shared a controversial series of photos taken on his doorstep to Instagram with the caption, "Stages of a quarantine meltdown." In one image, he seemed bored, and in another, he appeared to be weeping. But as many online were quick to point out, Smith is hardly suffocating in his 5-bedroom, $12 million home in London. Fans have voiced their sentiments, saying that as much as celebrities are saying we are all in this together, we cannot be all in this together. Well, we also have to appreciate the ones that have taken the time and used their platform to help others. Lady Gaga is among a handful of stars who have been praised for their efforts in recent weeks. She's raised over $35 million for the World Health Organization and has been politely critical of the casual use of the phrase, "We're all in this together." On an Instagram Live, Rihanna was asked yet again where her latest album is. She snapped back and said that at the moment, she is busy trying to save the world. NFL quarterback Tom Brady and film stars, including Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, played in a charity poker tournament with proceeds going to Feeding America. Dove Cameron is at least trying to spread positive mental health messages, and fans appreciate that. On a lighter note, if you thought celebrities are having a hard time, just think about what people in the paparazzi business are going through, with their usual hunting grounds all but barren. And with stars Instagramming their own quarantines, paparazzi have been left struggling to capture anything. How devastating. And that's all we had for today. Thanks for watching this video. This has been Riveted, and we publish amazing videos daily.